We're ready to go. Good evening and welcome to our 7th live stream, Hanukkah 2020, here at Fulwell Cross Roundabout, embarking side. The roundabout Menorah dedicated to Rabbi Moshe Mullah, Zechrono Levarcha, our dear colleague of over 20 years, who passed away just 4 years ago. That menorah is dedicated to him. We will hear more about that in a little while. And here we come to light the 7th of our live streams, which have been going on the entire week since the first day of Hanukkah across Essex, led by my colleagues, Rabbi Posen, Rabbi Bradman, Rabbi Wallenberg. And here we are returning, and you have me as your host, Rabbi Safrin, the Executive Director of Northeast London and Essex Chabad across Essex. Tonight is a very special night, as we'll hear about soon. We have a very special guest speaker, which I'll introduce in a few moments. But tonight we're doing things the other way around. We're going to light the menorah first, and then we are going to have our guest speaker is going to speak. I will also give a message before we have to pack up here and head straight to our drive-in in Edmonton, which again is going to be live streamed on www.jewishessex.com, and that's the culmination of all our Hanukkah activities in Chabad Essex across the entire county. We're very excited, and we hope you are too. So we're going to begin first of all by lighting the menorah, which is the other way round of how we've done things in the past. Now, this is dedicated to Rabbi Mullah, and usually we have his family with us. But unfortunately tonight we don't. But if you watch the menorah, one of his sons, Zalman, is flicking the switches for us at the same time as we light this menorah. Try and light this menorah. Bit windy tonight. Oh, it's windy. As I said, the only one we have to worry about this is anybody who has a beard. We got to be careful with this one. Right, all together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoseinu Vayamim ha'hem bazman hazeh. Notice we're lighting 8, all of them tonight. And we would usually hand this out for other people to do it, but because of COVID and the pandemic, we're all spread apart. We only have a few people here who are security and technical people. So I have the privilege and honor of doing it myself. It will pick up in a minute. And we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but all 8. Here we are, Zot Chanukah. This is, let's sing a little song as we always do. Hanei rois halalu anu madlikin על התשועות ועל הניסים ועל הנפלאות שעשיסו לאבותינו בימים ההם על ידי כהניך הקדושים וכל שמונה ימי חנוכה נס הללו קודשם וכל שמונה ימי חנוכה נס הללו קודשם ויהי לנו רשות להשתמש בהן אלא לרצון בלבד, כדי להודות ולהלל לשמך הגדול, על ניסיך, נפלאיך ועל ישועתך, על ניסיך ועל נפלאיך ועל ישועתך, על ניסיך, על נפלאיך ועל ישועתך. מועצו ישוע סילחנו לשבח תיקום בית תפילתי ושם תודה נזבח לעת מתחים מטבח מצור המנבח חזק כמו בשם מזמור חנוכת המזבח חזק כמו בשם מזמור חנוכת המזבח. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker, our very special guest tonight, Miss Schutz, who is the assistant head teacher to Cantor King Solomon High School, which is just across the way here, a very important part of our wider community. And I'm very proud to say that Chabad, my rabbis, my colleagues, have a beautiful association with the Cantor King Solomon High School, and we are very involved in various aspects of its programming, with Ms. Schutz taking the lead in most of that, if not all of that. And therefore I'm delighted to introduce Ms. Schutz, who's going to share with us a Hanukkah message and make a connection to our dear colleague Rabbi Mullah, in whom this menorah is dedicated. Ms. Schutz.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Wishing you a Chanukah Sameach, happy Chanukah. Rabbi Safran, thank you so much for asking me. It's a huge honour and a privilege to be sharing my thoughts with you this evening. And as Rabbi Safran indicated, Barkingside is in a way my second home, because I seem to spend most of my life here. I've been a part of the King Solomon family for almost 13 years. And it says everything about our school community that lurking in the background and hiding away is also our head teacher, Hanel Rees, who stayed behind just to be part of this tonight. And to me, the last night of Hanukkah is always particularly special. As Rabbi Safran said, and I'm sure he'll go into more detail later, we call it Zot Hanukkah. This is Hanukkah. What does that mean? There are so many beautiful reasons why we call it This is Hanukkah. And I want to share a reason of my own. As an educator, I think these flames here have a really special message for us. As teachers, we don't just Marvellous. There is a real urgency about my message. As teachers, we don't just educate our students to pass exams. We try and cultivate and grow a whole person, inviting our young people to find their starting point, to make progress and to grow. And what we see in the end is a whole person who hopefully takes away with them a message for life that we somehow have helped to plant within each one of them. The sequence of candle lighting on Hanukkah really emphasises and mirrors that idea. We start with one candle and a shamash to light it. We start in a small place, a little light in a lot of darkness. And each night we add a candle, we make progress, we grow. Until tonight, you can see here and on the roundabout, the lights ablaze. 9 lights shining so brightly. So this last night of Hanukkah has a message that we can internalize, take away, and keep with us for all time. The light suggests to me courage, strength, faith, bravery, and resilience. The Hanukkah story teaches us that physical and spiritual challenges come to us and meet us at every stage on our life journey. And those qualities represented by the lights help us to face up to them. And I think all my colleagues would agree that this term we've had plenty of physical and spiritual challenges thrown at us every single day of the last 14 weeks of the term. And we've needed all those qualities to push our way through them. The Maccabees in the Hanukkah story displayed all of those qualities and used them to defeat the Greeks and most importantly to show that the message of our Judaism is strong and bright and burning for all times against any threat to take it away. So, as educators, we are always lighters of lamps. We give some of our own light in the form of our knowledge and any wisdom we may have. We share that light, and by sharing that light, the light grows and intensifies, making a bigger light for everyone. This menorah on the roundabout is connected to a very special man who epitomised all of those qualities, and for us in school was a friend and a colleague and indeed a lamplighter. Rabbi Moshe Muller, Zichrono Livracha, was a tireless campaigner in our community. And it was his idea to have this menorah on the roundabout. It was his work that set the seeds, laid the ground for it to actually be here. And every time I look at it, when I drive round the roundabout, I think of him. Rabbi Muller was a man of huge strength and courage and resilience. And he never deviated from his task of bringing light to everyone he encountered, but particularly in his connection with the young people of our community and of our school community. And when I think of Rabbi Muller, I have two abiding memories in my mind. The first one was Rabbi Muller's last Purim with us in school. He came to school in a green wig with his son Mendel, and he read the Megillah of Purim 4 times back to back with hardly a moment for breath. Shortly afterwards, on the very day that he passed away, we had a staff briefing in our staff room, and I just heard the news that Rabbi Muller had passed away, and I felt the need to share it immediately. And I told all my colleagues in the staff briefing. And immediately afterwards, one of my colleagues who's not of the Jewish faith came up to me and said, Rabbi Muller, he was that man in the green wig. He was so special. And that was someone who maybe saw him once or twice. My second memory is a time I called Rabbi Muller and I said, Rabbi Muller, we've decided we're going to change over our school kitchen. We're currently milky and we're going to go to meaty. Can you give me some practical advice? Rabbi Muller's idea of practical advice was rolling up his sleeves and getting stuck in. And he came to school, spent 2 weeks of the summer holiday with his son Mendel by his side, beavering away and making our kitchen ready and operational as a meaty kitchen to start in September. So what connects both of those memories of mine is that Rabbi Muller did nothing by halves. He immersed himself in everything. He put his effort, his energy and his koach into everything he did. Whether he was making chicken in plum sauce in the old Chabad kitchens for Pesach, or whether he spent an evening driving a young person who was suffering from anguish out to get a pizza at 10 o'clock at night. Whether he came every week to lunch and learn with his homemade chicken soup and his cholent left over from Shabbos, and all the kids were standing outside eagerly waiting to see him and waiting to help him to carry his saucepan and clear away afterwards. So, for me, Rabbi Muller was the fire of the 8-9 lights of Zot Chanukah, the last night of Hanukkah, because those lights burnt brightly inside him always. So, What's the legacy? What does he teach us? And what is the legacy of Zot Chanukah, the last night of Chanukah? And I thought this. Hashem, God, gives us the 8th night of Chanukah as an opportunity to find a place inside us where those lights will never go out, where all the parts come together, where we can feel safe and connected. It's one last light, but it's so much more than that. It's a chance to transform all these lights of the menorah and all the steps that we have taken into an infinite place inside of us that will never leave us. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Schutz, for that very, very poignant message and connection to the lights, Rabbi Mullah, Hanukkah, and the conclusion of Hanukkah. I too would like to acknowledge the tremendous efforts that Ms. Schutz, and she is here, Ms. Rees, the head teacher of King Solomon, who was on her way home, she's not gathering here doing nothing, on her way home and happened to see the lights and just stopped for a few moments. And thank you to you for all of the efforts that you do for our children in what has become, or what was indeed, a very, very difficult academic year, which is not quite over yet. I would also like to take this opportunity before I give you my final message of thanking Rabbi Mullah's son Zalman, who is shy, camera shy, but for all of his efforts, following in his father's footsteps, in helping me put the menorah up and put the menorah down where and ever it had to be. So my dear friends, how are we going to remember Hanukkah 2020 as we have kindled the last of the lights? Are we going to remember it as a very low-key Hanukkah? Are we going to remember it as a very exciting opportunity that we were given to search out and look for another way of connecting with people, which is what the Hanukkah lights are all about? As you heard, it's called Zot Hanukkah. This is it. This is what we have. These are the lights. Since it's called only on the last day, Zot, that this is it, it encapsulates all of the lights, each and every one of them. And there are three main points to the lighting of the lights. One is, first of all, that it is light. And light is about connection. Light is about hope. You can't conceal a light. You can put a temporary block in front of it with a screen, but you move it away and it's there, strong as it ever was. The further we are away, we can see it in the distance and it becomes diminished. But its source of light is always there. Light represents us. Light represents humanity. Light represents our ability to be able to kindle others. When we light another light, not only do we gain light, not only do we not diminish in light, we gain light. That's the first thing. The second point is an additional light every night. An additional light every night means never satisfied because we had one great night on the first night of Hanukkah, or the fourth night, or the fifth night, or even the 8th night. We're not satisfied with what we've got 8 lights here. We're going to another bonanza of an event which is going to be amazing. The second thing, light and addition. And the third one is, where are we lighting these lights? We haven't hidden them in my dining room, in your dining room, in your house inside. We've taken it out to the outside. And that's so very relevant this year, perhaps more so than since the time of the destruction of the temple. We are living in very dark and difficult times. We heard about it, the challenges in school, challenges in the workplace, challenges for government, challenges for so many people who are in isolation and who are shielding in their own homes. We take the light to them. They have been able to come out. We take the light to them. So we have light representing humanity, doing good things. Additional light, never being satisfied with 1 or 2. We always have to do more. And most important, we take them out into the dark streets. It's dark, but lights are here. These ones, other lights, we standing here have the ability to be able to illuminate others. So for me, and I hope for you who are watching, 2020 wasn't a damper of a year at all. 2020 made us wake up and see the lights. It made us see light at the end of the tunnel. It made us see that we can always find a way to reach others. And the way this is a wake-up call for us, instead of sitting in the comfort of our homes and our synagogues waiting for people to come to us, it was about us getting up and going out. And as you heard, that's what Rabbi Mola did. That's my colleague, Rabbi Mola Zechron Levracha. I'm sure he will continue to be a good intercessor on behalf of his dear wife, Mrs. Brocha Mola, their children, Menorah, and the inspiration that we all have from the Lubavitcher Rebbe, never to be satisfied, but to always do a little bit more. That's what Zot Chanukah is. And that's what this last live stream for this year from the streets of Essex, the different parts of the county, is sharing this message with you. And I hope you will now join us as we have to pack up, because our technical team are here with me and they need to be in Edmonton, as I have to bring this menorah there too. We all have to head that way. Don't just switch off the machine and say, that's the end of Hanukkah. But tune in an hour from now, jewishessex.com, and you're going to see the most fantastic event, which is the culmination of our Chabad Northeast London activities across the Essex, across the county. And what you've seen this year is a small portion of what you're going to see next year, because we always have to build another light. Not satisfied with the great achievements of today, but we're going to do even more. And that's our commitment to the community, to find ways of strengthening, galvanizing the community, galvanizing each and every one of us to feel strong, to feel proud. Happy Hanukkah, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in approximately an hour together with my colleagues for what's going to be the greatest Hanukkah show across the entire Essex, if not London, the UK and beyond. Happy Hanukkah.
Just hold that there, sir. Just so I can see with
She's made an Instagram account for her dad, who is Israeli, and it's
www.london/men. Now, please remember, enter your car bay number so they know where to bring the food. The bay number is written on the back of the ground by the driver's side door. Can you see your bay number next to your car? Goodies, so you can put your rubbish in there if you need to, and keep it safe, please. And unless you need to, please don't keep your car unless you have to. All right. And one last honking of horns. We've got an hour for the show. Please don't honk your horns. Great band and everything else. So let that be the last time. Now, pay attention on the big screens and put your hands together in your car and welcome the message from your rabbis and rebbetzin over to the big screen.
Welcome
Two.
the
Wider.
Asset
Jewish.
Communities
Massive.
Hanukkah.
Try then.
2020.
5781.
Happy
Hanukkah.
and enjoy
The evening.
All right, are you ready for a great night ahead? Listen. All right. I hope the band is alive and kicking on stage. I'm going to give them a build-up and a welcome. So, no more horn honking. Get ready for the stars of the show. And here they come. On bongo. Give it the bongo, Dan. Take away on the bongo, Dan. Give it some, as he said. Let's get that beat going. And Asher on the keys. Asher. Mr. Keyman, Asher. That was nice and sweet.
Gabrielli on saxophone. Now that is what I call a rocking band, but the band would not be the band without the main man. I followed this man's career. He is amazing. The one and only, put your hands together, pump your horns for the very last time.
if you can hear me well, honk your horns. And honk your horns for the band, come on! So I hope you've all had a wonderful Hanukkah, and we have saved the best till last, the last night of Hanukkah, and what a turnout it is here. 300 cars in this car park. Make some noise! Come on! We will be lighting the menorah very, very, very soon. We're going to do one or two more songs, and then we're going to do a song for one day. I hear you. You know it. Why up? Why up? One day, when there's peace and harmony in the world. Hey, let's go. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I'm never letting get me down. So when negativity surrounds, say, I know someday that we'll all turn around. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There be no more wars, and all our children, everybody say, one day, one day, one day. Say, one day, the world will someday, yeah. Oh, sax on my music, come on, sax. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when we feed the souls of the innocent, blood-drenched pavement. Keep on moving, though the water's stay raging. In the maze, you can lose your way, your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it take you nowhere. No way, free. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity is around, I know one day we will. Everybody say, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. Maybe no more wars. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say we've been joined on stage with Rabbi Otto Brammer, one of the most wonderful rabbis around. Make some noise for Rabbi Brammer, come on! Thank you, Rabbi Brammer, for putting this wonderful event together with all your colleagues. Chabad Buckhurst Hill, we've got Chabad Epic, Chabad Gans Hill. We've got the Essex Massive in Happy Pleasure, don't offer. Why up, why up? Ooh, whoa, yeah, yeah. Right. Who wants to use some percussion? Percussion, go. Percussion. Mr. Bobo Dan, bring it on one time. Oh, so Yeshua si lechano el shameach, kiko beis tefila si v'shamtuna nesameach, v'yetachim nabeach, nitzav nabeach, oh, ze yot b'shir taking the time to support Chabad Essex and come and show your appreciation. Come here for this amazing event. Hey. Hoppa! אנחנו מבינים, והם מבינים. היי, 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 היי. היי! One, two. אנחנו מבינים, והם מבינים. ואין לנו המילה שואל. אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מבינים, והם מבינים. ואין לנו המילה שואל. אבינו שבשמיים.
Please don't step outside your car. Order it on the app. It will be brought to you. You've got your bag number on the floor. Anyway, if you're feeling hungry, if you're eating and enjoying it, honk your horns. Lovely coast of food. Right, so morning, I think we're going to lead up to the menorah lighting, and I believe you've got a little special song for us. Is that right?
I've got a few special songs.
Okay. Well, why don't you lead us up to the menorah lighting, which is the highlight of the whole event and the 8-day combination of great Hanukkah festival. Mr. Money.
Thank you guys once again. Are you enjoying yourselves? Now I know nobody said no when they honk their horn, so it's okay. Well done, well done. We're going to do a classic song. It's done at a lot of simchas these days, and it simply says, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, De'olam Va'ed. Come on, here we go. Are you ready, guys? Make some noise! Chanukah Sameach! When you're ready, I'll show you. celebration on the last night of Hanukkah. Every single one of us need this under the current circumstances, so I hope that you are all having a great time tonight. So before we go to the next stage, hang on. Before we go to the next stage, there's a few people I've got to mention. There are a couple of birthdays in here today. So first of all, I want to say a happy birthday to Lindsay. Where are you, Lindsay? Honk your horn, Lindsay's car. Somewhere over there. Also, I want to say a very, very happy birthday, Mazal Tov, to Francis, wherever you are. Francis, happy birthday. Mazal Tov. And also there is a young girl, I believe she turned 6 recently, and her name is Isla Pomerantz, I believe. So make some noise for Isla, 6 years old, come on! Sing a happy birthday to her. Okay. Yom Holedet Hayom, Yom Holedet Hayom, Yom Holedet Laila, Francis, and who's the last one's name? I forgot. I'm really, really sorry. Yom Holedet Hayom. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yom Holedet Lelumo. Yom Holedet. One more time. Yom Holedet Hayom. Yom Holedet Hayom. Yom Holedet Hayom. Make some noise for the birthdays in here, come on! What's that, what key is the horns? What key are the horns in Asher? This young man is a genius, so he knows even the key that your horns in. That's a C major over there, there's a G sharp. Okay, without further ado, I believe we're going to have the Hanukkah is going to be lit right now. Is that right, Aid?
Yep, time for the menorah and cigars to be lighted. So everybody, a bit of silence please, and I believe actually we've got a couple of pre-videos just to go in, is that right? Or some words from Rabbi Sufrin. Some words of inspiration from Rabbi Sufrin on a video.
Dear friends, it's last night of Hanukkah, where we light 8 candles, which is a culmination of hundreds and thousands of candles that have been kindled during Hanukkah this year, like any other year, dispelling so much darkness in a world of confusion and much darkness as we are coming hopefully out of this pandemic. This event is done in a different way tonight because we are challenged with the darkness which is around us. And yet, we light candles because this is not just a message for Hanukkah, but this is the message that we have to take with us on the last night of Hanukkah throughout the year. And please God, into the dark winter, but coming out of it at the other side, because we are united with light, united with that metaphor for hope, for simcha, for joy, and for continued prosperity. And that's why we light an additional candle every single night. We cannot be satisfied with our achievements today. We have to continuously strive to do more, brighten the world around us by doing good, sharing good, and sharing with others this message of light, illumination, hope, and joy. By acting together, by working together, we will ultimately prepare since this festival is about the restoration, historically the restoration of the temple, we look forward through our light, united effort, that please God, we will see the third temple rebuilt very soon, when the lights of the menorah won't just be ours, but be the light of the temple, which will illuminate our homes, our lives, and the world as a whole. Happy Hanukkah, and enjoy the rest of tonight.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. And now I believe we have a video of the Rebbe by Gem Video.
Hanukkah is one of the most popular Jewish holidays. Jewish child spirit. Worldwide and Hanukkah Live satellite link. Rebbe offers a simple and meaningful message, one that is as relevant today as it was in the time of the Maccabees, and perhaps even more so.
Doch, was bezieht von der Liebe, Zeit von Kindern, Zeit von Eltern, und Zeit von Gott Alte, und Zeit von Gott Junge, hat sich jeder gegeben der Rebischte, an die Scholle, was sie sagt, was hat wie gesagt der Rebischte, dass es seine Licht und man gibt auf allein in jüdischen Buch, in dem der Lied und zusammen mit seinem Ruf und mit seinem Scholle machen davon ein Licht in dem ganzen Ruf. Wie der Ding bei Chanukka ist, nicht nur machen Licht bei sich in Ruiz, nur regelt auf besser, besser in Barchut, machen Licht bei Chatkes in den Häfen und noch mehr, weil viele in Barchut ist wenig. Als die Welt soll sehen, als es zugekommen noch ein Mitzel, was hat getan, ein jüdisch Kind oder ein jüdischer erwachsener Mensch oder eine Mutter seine oder das Vater oder Beklau Jiden und ob das getan wie der Mond in der Leben, aber das soll machen richtig in der Hut, Kinder, ganze Welt. Du was wie der sichere Sache, dass jeder von uns und jeder von euch und jeder von euch und jeder von uns gehen zu sich heim und dort in der Keil sein, auf machen noch mehr richtiger die jüdische sein Huis und die Huis von allen seine jüdische Schreine. Aber in Asami lebt man so sein, werden richtig die ganze Gas, das ist werden richtig der ganze Gast im Großmach, wird sicher bringen, wie der Mond redet, denke von mir, Namor, die Gula, Amitis, Achleim, all dem, wie hier kennen.
All right, it's nearly time. In fact, it is time to light the menorah. Rabbi Sufrin, Rabbi Bramman, Alan Grant to the stage, please. And we need to get Moni's microphone. Do we have it?
I think we're live.
Okay, let's go live. Round of applause for your relay, please.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Let's see you guys. Happy Hanukkah.
Remember to be busy. The powers of green screen. We're going to move into the last phase of the evening. Can I just remind you, if you haven't ordered your food, if you're still hungry, you can still do it. www.thedrivein, or one word, .london/menu, and it will be brought to you. Okay, I promised I'd say a quick hello to Stephen and Tina, Ava and Tracy, and Dougie and Leslie. There you go. All right, let's get ready for the end of the evening. I'd like to welcome back on stage the main man himself with his band. Please put your hands together for Money.
Thank you guys, thank you so much.
And Gabriele.
Also, please make some noise for Aid, who is emceeing the whole night. What a great job you have done, my friend.
Thank you, Ryan.
Right, we're going to finish off like this. Here we go. Rabbi Zafin spoke about Mashiach, and we should have the heart of experiencing having Mashiach in our generation. Here we go! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, shalom aleinu. Oh yavo shalom aleinu. Oh yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Oh yavo shalom aleinu. Oh yavo shalom aleinu. Oh yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Oh, shalom aleinu. 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 Everybody sing it with me. What the salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Viva la 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 la. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Let's go. Shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu. Bring it down. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Oh, yavo shalom aleinu. Oh, yavo shalom aleinu. Oh, yavo shalom aleinu. Thank you so much, each and every single one of you, for coming down and joining the simple of the last day of Hanukkah.